What the? What is this? Brick heads. Is this a pop figure? No. It's a Lego set. Huh. Weird. I'm just kidding. I know what this is. This is a Brickheads, which is apparently the Lego answer to those really obnoxious pop figures. I don't really care for pop figures. I think that they're useless dust collectors. Is this any better? Well, let's go to the table and find out. Okay, so right here we've got our Brickheads Witch. It's number 31 in the series, and it has 151 pieces. Comes with the witch and a couple little builds on the side, and there's the rest of the series there. And I was able to pick this up for $3, which I figured was worth it just for the parts, even if the set itself isn't that good. Let's open it up. Now, as I mentioned earlier, these seem to compare very much with the pop figures. If you don't know what those are, yeah. So, pop figures are essentially different icons from pop culture, and they are completely static models. They look kind of like this. They've got that squatty little body and then the big head with the kind of glazed over eyes. It's honestly kind of a weird look. I guess people think that's cute. I don't know. But regardless, I think that pop figures are largely useless. They serve no purpose other than to collect dust. And I guess if you do really like the figure, like if you like Iron Man, sure, like get an Iron Man figure to have on your shelf. But I honestly don't really understand the people who feel the need to collect all of them and just have an entire wall filled with these pop figures, because they don't really serve any other purpose. So with that, let's go ahead and get into the build. Okay, so there you have it. We have our witch with a little tree and a cauldron that has a bone in it. And of course your usual selection of small pieces that are extra. Now, as far as a Lego set is concerned, I think it's okay. If you've built one BrickHeadz, then you've pretty much built them all. They're pretty repetitive and they use mostly the same build on the inside. So if you built one of them, you've built them all. And it's not terribly exciting. It's pretty standard construction, nothing advanced. The seasonal ones do come with some extras, like I mentioned, and that's kind of nice, but again, you really are just getting essentially a pop figure. But I think this is better than a pop figure, because a pop figure is just a single piece of plastic. It's really can't do anything other than sit on your shelf and collect dust. This, if you decide that you don't like it, then you have 151 Lego pieces that you can just add to your collection. In this case, you've got a broom, you've got a cauldron, a bone, you've got these nice lavender leaf elements, a pumpkin, you've got several purple bricks, which until recently weren't a color that was really prominent in Lego sets. So you get quite a few of those. So as a Lego set, it's a decent value. These cost about $10 when they came out, and for that, I think it's probably a little bit overpriced, but if you can find them at a discount, then it's worth picking up if it's something you are interested in. That said, I still think that these pop figures in general are pretty useless. So let's go back up top and we'll close all. So as you probably guessed by now, I'm not a huge fan of these pop figure things. I think they are very one note. They only serve one purpose. And while the Lego BrickHeadz are slightly better because they can also be used as just Lego pieces, they're still not really that great as sets. And so what I would say is, if there's a figure that you are interested in, then it might be worth picking up one or two. But do you really need to collect the whole series? Absolutely not. And again, I don't understand why people feel the need to fill their shelves with tens upon hundreds of these useless plastic figures. I get it. I have my hobbies, they have theirs, but I don't have a board game collection just to look at it. You can play them and take them off the shelf. And it might be cool to display like a Lego set once in a while, but unless you're going to actually break it down and build other things with it, then it's really the same as just buying a static model. And that's really no fun. But that's just me. What are your thoughts? Let me know what you think of pop figures. Hi, it's Aaron. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any thoughts or feedback, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I do read all of them. And if you'd like to see more content like this, well, you already know how YouTube works, so I don't need to tell you what to do.